What's going on, social media world? It's your boy Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. So I know I got y'all used to all the nice sceneries, greenery, trees, but just like life, things fluctuate. Everything is subject to change. Get familiar with the unfamiliar. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. So that's why I kind of did this video, just to, switch it up, throw things off a little bit. Plus, it's nice and quiet back here. Nothing like a little nice and quiet, especially since I don't have the right equipment yet. But, I'm just testing it out, see where we're going with this. So, today's message, I want to big up all the single mothers out there. Big up yourself. I tip my hat to you. I bow to you. I pay homage to you. I praise you because I don't think people really understand how hard it is. How hard it is just to be an individual. Everybody knows that because they're their own individual self first. But now to have a kid and you have to show up 24/7, no days off, regardless of what you're going through, and you have to do that on your own. And I'm sure 80% of the women that are single mothers probably hold some type of animosity towards their baby fathers. Only they know the story, so you have to deal with that on top of that. Listen, only y'all know what y'all go through. And that's why I had to do this video for y'all. Today I was driving, right? I was driving, I was playing this song by J Nam, Jadakiss and Styles about Mama always told me fire. Man, and I swear, as I'm driving, I must have played this song. I'm listening to the mixtape, some new Jadakiss mixtape. As I'm driving, I'm playing it. I'm going to Trader Joe's. And I'm listening to it, and then out of nowhere, I swear, social media world, as I'm driving, tears just start coming down my eyes. And I'm like, and it just made me start thinking about my mother. It started made me thinking about me as a kid, all the things I probably put her through. Because I wasn't no saint now. I wasn't the worst. I was far from the best. Far from the best. But I started thinking about that and I was like, man, I had to think about that. Like, see, the single mothers now, it's a little easy for y'all because the world is generated, creating, building up the children right now. That's all life is about. You can't do certain things to kids. You shouldn't talk to them. It's so different and structured from the 80s and 90s when I was growing up. And my mother, single mother, immigrant from Grenada, had to do it on her own. And I never really thought about it. I mean, I thought about it as I got a little older, but I never really thought about it. And then when I thought about it today, as that song is playing, I'm like, man, I could only imagine a young woman from a different country in a foreign land raising me in Flatbush, Brooklyn in the 80s. That must have been scary. Mom, I appreciate you. I love you. I apologize for all the turmoil I put you through. And I just want you to know, I appreciate you. I really do, Mom. I love you and I appreciate you. But single mothers, especially our mother's age, because I grew up in a building. All my friends, single mothers. Only difference between me and them, some of them had brothers and sisters. I was a single parent child. No, I was not spoiled. I know that's what y'all thinking. Oh, he was spoiled. No. Only thing I spoiled was the licks. I was not spoiled, trust me. Far from spoiled, man. Listen, man. Only thing spoiled in my house was the milk. But Mom, I salute you. I know it wasn't easy. And it's different now because the world is just different right now. Like, let me break something down to you, right? My mother and my father split when I was about 3, 4 years old. We moved from Crown Heights, Brooklyn to Flatbush, Brooklyn. When she moved into this building, my school was only what? Up until elementary school, I think a school bus used to come and pick me up. But once I got into a public school, like first grade through 5, I was walking to school by myself at 6 years old. I had my own pair of keys at 6 years old. And that trend started from 6 all the way to high school. You can't do that today with a 6-year-old. You can't give them a pair of keys and expect them to be responsible, to go to school and come home and not burn the house down until your parents come home. That's not happening. My mother instilled nothing but strong values in me. Now that I think about it, I probably was conscious aware since I was a kid, because she instilled in me what to do, what not to do, because it was just me and her. And Mom, I thank you for that. I appreciate you. I love you. I never really sat down and thought about how hard you might have had it, how much grief I gave you, because I'm not even going to go into the whole rundown, but I gave my mom a lot of grief. My mother loves me unconditionally, because no matter what I was doing, no matter what I was going through, no matter how much ruckus I was causing, my mother always had my back. And I thank you and I love you for that, Mom. I love you. For all my single mothers, this video is for y'all. Keep doing what y'all doing. I salute you. I praise you. I love you. Try to balance your kings and queens, because they are going to be the future. Teach them how to think. Because if Wi-Fi was to shut down and technology was to shut down, they'll be lost. Because people ain't really thinking nowadays. You give them a tablet or a cell phone, they'll crack a Nassau code or something. But you put them on the street, you put them in the playground, they won't even last a day. So to my single mothers, become more conscious aware, balance that. Remember, it's good to give your kids a choice of freedom. But remember, you are the parent. They're not on the same level as you. There's no bargaining. There's no bargaining. So let me tell you what I would do before I leave this message, right? If a kid came to me and they did something wrong, let's say it's my kid, because I've been in situations where I had to discipline the kid or correct them or whatever, and I'm trying to scold them, and I say, listen, what you did was blah, 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 right? As a human being, especially a kid, it's a natural reaction for them to have a response. So I'm gonna give you that. I let you say what you have to say out of respect. After you say what you have to say, now I will now respond to that and say it one more time. Maybe, depending on how serious or severe the topic is, I might let you say it one more time, because they're young, their minds is growing. Maybe you might, I don't know everything. Maybe you might persuade me, right? So I hear you one more time. After the second time, and I say it again, because now I heard it once, I heard it twice, it didn't convince me. Most likely 3 times you're gonna convince me, and we're not on the same level. I'm sharper than you. You're here and I'm here. There's no way we're gonna have a conversation and debate with a child. I never understood why grown adults, I was walking the other day, I was coming out of Prospect Park, matter of fact, I shot a video, and I'm coming out of Prospect Park, and this woman was like, Timmy, I'm asking you, Timmy, I'm asking you. And Timmy's just walking away, paying no mind, almost about to walk to the street. Timmy's probably like 3, 4, no more than 6 years old. So I walked up to her and I said, Miss, that's the problem. You're asking him. You're telling him. You're the adult. No way you should be asking him. So, let's not be buddies with our kids. Let's learn to balance it out, because life is about balance. If you're trying to be buddy, you're gonna have a hard time when you're trying to enforce certain guidance and rules when you want to be buddy with your kids. So learn to balance it out. But what do I know? This is just my point of view. Like I said, my single mothers, I love you. Mom, I love you. I give you thanks and praise. I appreciate you. We might have never always seen eye to eye. I didn't agree with your methods as a kid, but now I've seen it instilled in me, and I value them as I got older. I appreciate you. I love you. Single mothers, keep doing your thing. And big up to the guys who caught these single mothers, because it's a package deal. So big up yourself too. Do right. Appreciate y'all. Sincere, J Red, Flatbush, Brooklyn. You already know. You.